Brilliantly designed, excellently executed, freaking fantastic. An engaging extreme trial that makes me actually feel something as healer. I cannot actually get over how excellent this fight is. It's an absolute masterpiece in design and fantastic. That is all that could come to my mind after my 10th clear in a row on the new extreme trial. So now we're about 20 seconds into the video, so I think it's more than safe to say spoiler alert for the MSQ here, as the new extreme trial is a branch off of it and I'm going to be using footage of that fight from here on. So I did the new extreme trial as a healer and I simply can't shut up about it in Discord, and so my fangirling is spilling over into here. So Island Sanctuary, to be clear, is very, very far from over. I'm still working on some of the calculations, but I need to talk about this extreme right here and right now because I can't get over it. And quadruply so, because as a healer, this is actually a game changer. I see this as a huge pivot point in the community, and I want to make sure my feedback is heard loud and clear, and it's all positive. So what exactly this fight does that makes it so different from other extremes, I'd argue far more interesting, specifically healing wise, at least than Pandemonium 1 and 2 and 3 Savage Raids, is something that I'm not 100% sure on. What specifically is the secret sauce, I'm not sure, but my best guess is that it is a combination of a few factors I'm going to go over here. So firstly, I noticed that there was a lot, and I mean a lot more, intermittent chip damage. It's not fully unpredictable chip damage. It seems to happen all the time whenever she recenters herself in the middle of the arena, so it's not completely shocking, but there's just so much of it going out after different mechanics, and some of it isn't even given a cast bar at all, and it's a lot over time. This is non-trivial damage, I would say, and if you don't keep up, people, you're going to be punished, well, they are, pretty heavily, because while I say chip damage, it will absolutely send you for a dirt nap. Secondly, and I think that this is really important, is the tempo of the fight is utterly undeniable. It is brilliant. It makes P1 and P2 honestly feel glacial. I'd argue even P3. P3 had some mechanics that were more involved, but it did feel slower to me than even this fight. I still, as the footage shows, have tons of time to get casts off, including hard cast revives. I did plenty of them when I was progging it, because I didn't actually clear the fight with my static just because times didn't work out. Just moves and stuff and all that stuff. But during some parts of the fight, it's just exceptionally more difficult to get off those casts than most content normally would allow. In a lot of content, especially extreme trials, it's just oh, well, that revive was completely free, and I mean, not free from loss of damage, obviously, you guys know what I mean. It was easy to get off. In this fight, there's points where it's you're not going to be able to do that, period. Getting off at that point though, in general, the mechanic to mechanic back to back is stellar, and the variety of mechanics that we're seeing in just one fight is really, really refreshing. It's absolutely engaging, and that's something that I need, and something that I actually did get fulfilled from this. And once you know the tells and mechanics, sure, it isn't the hardest thing in the world to understand. Oh, she's holding her sword above her head, I wonder what she's gonna... Yeah, obviously, I get it, but once you know the tells and mechanics, not hard, but it's the back to back to back, and on a healer, managing all of those mechanics and the healing and contributing damage, and obviously thinking about mitigation at certain points we're going to talk about shortly, it how to say it, it hits different, and I love it. Thirdly, there is a volume of damage coming out such that on GCD healing, I don't want to say it's required, because to be quite clear, I don't have 50 clears in it yet, but it is absolutely massively a help at this point, and compared to other forms of content, it does feel required, and I actually have felt the need to actually heal. Obviously, I'm still below 50 clears, so only time may tell what I feel once all is said and done and I'm more familiar, but right now, especially when I'm going to be co-healing with my boyfriend, that might completely change things, but right now it feels, compared to other content, I really actually need to heal. I need to heal, and that's a great feeling, actually. I mean, I played a healer to heal, right? I certainly didn't for the one pun rotation. Actually, kind of on that note, I really didn't notice the one button rotation in here. It's it was nice to just actually be able to be oh, I need to actually focus on healing, and I'm very glad for that. I haven't had that in content in quite a while. Now the fourth point is that there are mechanics that if the healers aren't ready for, or have the cooldowns ready for, will simply crush the group like a pop can. Namely when she slams her fists into the ground like a bazillion times. Panheima and Lilybell are absolutely, and I mean absolutely truly huge here, as is the new reworked Holos that I'm gonna fangirl about pretty soon. But failure for healers to be ready for this will genuinely wipe the party. It's not even a question. It's like, if the healers aren't on point, you will be losing everyone but the two tanks. Now, what I do have to mention here was kind of missing was significant tank damage. I never at any point felt like I needed to cast Eucrasian Diagnosis that often unless a tank made a huge mechanical mistake. I was often looking for instances of where to use something like Haima to cocoon a tank, but the damage on them it really just wasn't nearly enough, and I think that would have been fun to see that explored here. But now let's kind of get into like the wrap up. Overall though, if someone wanted me to genuinely say my thoughts on this fight as a healer, this is what I've wanted. This is what I've been asking for so long. This is an extreme trial actually worth calling that. Make me have to use my buttons. Make me need to consider on GCD healing. Keep me on my toes. I feel especially for this expansion for extremes that the healing requirements have just been... I'm just gonna be blunt, horrifically mind-numbingly low to the point where it was really, really not great for some fights. Like, since this is a spoiler zone and the notice is out like within the first 20 seconds, I'm gonna speak freely. Like for Zodiac Extreme, I genuinely felt I had no healing to do really. Like, sure, there were a few cute mechanics, but overall it was very meh. I had very easily solo healed it and Heidelin. And Singer as well, I would say, didn't really have that much healing. Outside of specifically Telomania, which was, again, a great mechanic for Panheima and Lilybell, and then you had that little bit of bleed after, but I think... honestly, genuinely, Barbariccia Extreme's Glow-Around Slam feels like it hits significantly, massively, incredibly, massively harder than anything that we got from Telomania. I think that Telomania had like that bleed effect after, so like the damage was like spread out over time. I should know this and be more confident because I farmed it so much I got them out. But it feels like Barbariccia takes that timeline and squishes the damage that you'd have over time for like after Telomania, which mind you did wipe groups, but it takes that timeline and smashes it together where it's like, you'd better use your cooldowns or you're gonna literally drop. I for one genuinely hope that this is a mentality shift from the developers and an indication of healing going forward. Like, we obviously haven't seen this Savage tier yet. We're gonna see it, what, like tomorrow, over the next week or something. This bluntly was everything that I asked for in an extreme. And I had significantly more fun in this than P1 and P2 for sure. This was and P3. Oh god. P3 was more mechanically interesting though, but P1 and P2, easily this is far more engaging for me. This was exceptionally well made, and from a specifically healer's perspective, I would say more interesting healing mechanic wise than P3. People are going to be like, but life's agonies. Okay, congrats, you have one single mechanic that Astro basically shot in. That was it. It was not fun from a healer perspective. It's like, okay, kitchen sink everything for specifically this one point and then snore the rest. I guess like it kind of also comes down to like, even with P3, it moved at a slower pace and you could predict easily when damage would come in, and there was just so little urgency to heal or panic when things happen. There are many mechanics where I would like tell my boyfriend, okay, hold off on your cooldowns because like literally my regen will tick us all up. I like that I don't think I'm going to be saying this for Barbariccia for a long time, if ever. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself more, but I had to say something on this fight. My feedback I want heard because dang, I want more. Me as a healer, you know what, you have creators talking about tanking and DPSing on this. As a healer, I want more. I need more. More of this, please. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys want to like subscribe and like this video, that would like super be so, like, it just make me so happy. Guys, the support lately has just been out of this world. Thank you all so much. Oh, I should say cat daddy, that subscribe button. If I miss that, people will be disappointed. Anyhow, take care everyone. Have a lovely day.